everybody doing? I trust you're all doing well. Okay, so look, check it out. CB radios. It's important to have one. This is a lifeline. This right here, this is a lifeline for you out here on the road. You may not think so, but I'm here to tell you that it is. Here's what I mean by that. For example, you cannot possibly do a group phone call to all of the drivers who are out here on the interstate. Okay? But understand that CB radios, since their inception, have been making group phone calls. Or they're not phone calls, but they've been making group calls, okay? Because you can reach anybody that has that volume knob up, and they're listening, and they're in the room listening wherever that speaker is, okay? And it's important to be able to do that. When you're a truck driver, you really, really, absolutely, positively need to know how to reach out to people while you're on the road, okay? You can't do it with your cell phone. You can't reach out to these people who are in your immediate vicinity with your cell phone. How are you going to do it? Explain that one to me, okay? But you can do it with the CB and clear communication. So, it could be a little intimidating, I would imagine, for individuals who haven't spent any time on a radio at all. As a matter of fact, there are some people who are behind the wheel of a truck now, and they've spent a good portion of their late teen to young adult lives avoiding people and not talking to anyone, okay? So it's important to be able to reach out to people and talk to them. The reason why it is you can let them know if something's going on that they need to know about, right? Traffic reports or something that you saw happen back behind you. You saw it back there, but they have no idea that it has happened, right? And they're going to find their way into that situation. So that's not good, obviously. So we want to have a way to communicate with people. Wouldn't you like for someone to let you know about something that you're about to encounter that you have no idea that you're going to encounter? You know, it's a good thing to start thinking about other people and treating people the way you would like to be treated also. That helps a whole lot. And it matters a lot out here. Okay, so sometime here in the near future, on my videos, what I'll be doing is setting up, I'll show you how to use a CB radio. And it's a great tool. And it's part of what you should have in your truck. Like you should have a hammer, you should have some screwdrivers, you should have a socket wrench set. You should have certain things in there so that you can repair mud flaps. And some people even carry small bolt cutters because some of the seals that we get on these trailers, they require a bolt cutter to remove them. So it's important to have those tools, and it's equally important to have a CB radio. It's important to have another tool, which is audio, so that you can hear music while you're driving and not drive yourself crazy. It's important to be able to do that so that you can listen to things and gain some knowledge. What you should not be doing, absolutely positively, and I see too many drivers doing this, is playing with their phone, watching YouTube videos. Local law enforcement sees you watching YouTube videos, you're going to have to answer to them. Promise you that. So, you don't need to do that. Oh, I was looking for directions. Yeah, okay, all right, cool. All right. I mean, whatever. We'll get into that some other time. But right now, I just wanted to stay focused on the CB radios and how it's important to have CB radios. Okay, so that's it. I'll show you in another video. It'll be good. It'll be succinct, straight and to the point, and hopefully you'll learn something about CB radios, okay, and why you should have one, and how to use them, and the proper way to talk on the CB. Like I said, it could be intimidating, but there's no reason for it to be. Remember how some of you felt about backing up? Remember those days? I got started at a distinct advantage where I wasn't intimidated. I got over intimidation for backing. And the reason why I got over it was because that was the first thing that the owner-operator who taught me how to drive, that was the first thing that he had me do, was to back up. He taught me how to back up first. Yeah. And he taught me how to be smooth with my backing. I had to be smooth with my backing simply because I was driving a long-nose Peterbilt, beautiful truck, 1973 Pete with a butterfly hood. That means both sides of the hood would open up, so you could access one side or the other. It's a nice style. I liked it. But from there, one other thing that this truck had was manual steering, okay? Manual steering. So the steering wheel's bigger than the one that you're probably using, that you're used to using now, if you started driving within the last 10 years. And you're driving a newer, oh no, you're not pulling out in front of me. Move. Come on now. Oh my gosh, this is bad. This is bad. Okay, so you got these people who decide they're just going to come out with their trucks, right? Right here on the road. I don't know who taught them this. Where they just decide they're going to pull out, not use the shoulder to get up to speed. Instead, they're just going to pull out into traffic where you've got traffic moving, right? That is such a bad idea, and this is how people don't go home to see their loved ones, right? This is how they do that, because they're morons behind the wheel. I don't want anybody that's watching any of my videos to become a moron behind the wheel, okay? So back to what I was saying, it's real simple. Back, and the reason why I learned how to back up first was because he had a truck that had manual steering, okay? In other words, there was no power steering. You couldn't whip that thing around with one hand. That was not going to happen. Okay? That truck needed to be in motion for you to turn that steering wheel. There was no, I'm going to back right here, then I'm going to stop, then I'm going to turn the wheel and reset. And no, because you're not going to do it. And the steering wheels used to be a lot larger than they are now, because it wasn't unusual for trucks to have manual steering. So that could be intimidating, as I was saying. And talking on the CB radio, grabbing one of these and talking on the CB radio, that can be intimidating also, if you haven't done it, or if you aren't in the habit of reaching out and speaking to anyone. Okay, so here we are. This is the group call. That's the group call button for truck drivers in the world today. Okay, yeah, this is the 21st century, but it still doesn't matter. How else are you going to reach everybody all at once? How else are you going to reach everybody that's around you? All you need is a CB radio. So the people that tell you you don't need one, just because they don't want one, doesn't mean you shouldn't have one. Get one, and you'll get used to using it, and you'll start to see how it can help you. Okay? So that's it for now. This is OG Transporter 828. Just wanted to let you guys know about that. Look for the next video coming up. Okay? All right, that's it for now. Hopefully nobody else pulls out in front of me while while I'm on I-5 doing 1,000,000 miles an hour.